I'm Ben Cerveny. I'm the president of the Foundation for Public Code, and I'm here to give you an update on something that we began at the 2018 Code for All Summit in Bucharest, the Standard for Public Code. In the last decade, we've witnessed an inspiring upwelling of awareness and momentum around the architecture and production of digital infrastructure among public administrations. Some forward-thinking organizations has even begun to build and procure their tools as open source. Many exemplary public projects have emerged from collaborations with an emerging digital transformation ecosystem, comprised of actors like Code for America, 18F, and participants in the Horizon 2020 funding framework in the European Union. Those of us that worked on such projects began to see a pattern repeated, however. The momentum and alignment generated by the collaboration that produced such amazing tools and services would begin to dissipate as the granted budgets came to close or the political winds of the originating administration changed. Often, there would be a dawning realization among stakeholders that projects built in inspiringly open modes would end up being too expensive to maintain indefinitely. This was in part because, although the potential benefits of a new type of public digital infrastructure had been understood, the process required to keep such a code base alive had not been yet adopted. It was at this point in our journey of understanding the problem space that Boris van Hoytema and I, in collaboration with Martijn de Waal from Hogeschool van Amsterdam, came to the Code for All Summit in Bucharest in 2018. Our thesis was that if we could articulate a set of criteria that would make the digital infrastructure generated by such a project work into easily replicable packages that could be implemented by other public administrations, this would be a key step in creating a sustainable ecosystem of tools and services, along with a set of actors, public and private, motivated to maintain and improve them. Thus, we held a series of workshops to talk through what was necessary to arrive at a prototype version of the Standard for Public Code. First emerging from those 2018 Code for All Summit workshops and several others, the Standard for Public Code is composed of 15 criteria that can be used to evaluate a code base for maturity as an offering in the global ecosystem of collaboratively produced and maintained public code resources. These criteria serve as both a strategic pole star and a granular analysis on which to accept iterative changes to the code base. Thus, they also serve as an example of tooling designed to work within and be themselves generated by a modern process of version control and continuous integration. The need to continuously evaluate the successful adherence to these criteria throughout the development and maintenance process and build a community of practice motivated by these criteria is what inspired the next step in our journey toward public code, the creation of the Foundation for Public Code. The core activity of the Foundation for Public Code, centered around the standard, is the process of code-based stewardship. In a way, you can think of each criteria of the standard as being a directive for a community of practice. Stewardship provides the processes and organizational resources necessary to iteratively improve and sustainably maintain the code bases of digital infrastructure, working across a set of collaborators to help reach the standard. One key learning from the explosion of productivity in the digital private sector is that software is not a thing, it is a process. In the context of public digital production and transformation, code-based stewardship is the tending to that ongoing process. Going forward, the Standard for Public Code has one more crucial role to play. As we endure and hopefully emerge from the global pandemic crisis, our recovery seems as though it will depend on large-scale reinvestment in infrastructure. This wave of new public resources and services will require an enormous array of software to design, build, and operate. Thus, this will be a crucial juncture for software procurement reform, in which we will need to understand whether our public infrastructure remains public throughout its operational software stack. The Standard for Public Code serves as a clear set of criteria by which proposals in procurement for both these inbound recovery projects, but also for everyday digital transformation needs, can be evaluated. Today, the Foundation for Public Code is working with several national governments, a dozen state and regional governments, and many more municipalities to create communities of practice across administrations that foster active collaboration on ambitious upcoming development projects, to move current orphaned open projects into active standard compliance and stewardship within the larger replication ecosystem, and to build capacity and policy frameworks to enable deeper public organization participation in the definition, implementation, and stewardship of the standard for public code. We invite all of you to contribute to both the standard for public code and the communities of practice and stewardship growing around it. Although already in the last 3 years we've seen an enormous amount of interest in our work and the tools and processes that we've made available, this is definitely just the beginning. The work of transformation in government is and should be a gradual thing. We respect all our participating actors' mindful approach to integrating public code approaches into their processes, and we plan on being there with the growing global ecosystem every step of the way. If you'd like to learn more about the standard or the Foundation for Public Code, please visit the websites listed or contact me directly. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye.